Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How are we getting on? Welcome to a camp tour today, as we ran into a few technical issues during the making of this one, so slight change of plans. But as you can see, we are at a rather cool location in the Savage Divide today, and I'm pretty happy with the results on this one. Wasn't sure how it was going to turn out, but it's come out with something quite cool and a little different from the usual. So let's jump in and take a little look at this place, shall we? So, as I say, we had a few gremlins in the machines today. Unfortunately, it caused a little bit of a problem. I didn't have half my build footage recorded, so just a tour today. But, you know, what can you do? By the time I figured that out, I really didn't much fancy going through and starting all over again. But we'll have a look around, have a look at this reasonably cool little camp. So you've got one of those shiny new outfits on as well, which is always good. So, where are we? Savage Divide, right next to Toxic Larry's Meet and Go, just behind it, basically. Automated cabin, the Windigo Cave, so just a little bit northwest of the top of the world there. Good little spot. Found this ages ago and spent way too long trying to refine this location, but really wanted to work with something to do with that arch. Tried a few different things, but it's basically a tiered set of platforms, I suppose. Worked out as being the best result. Clipping being an issue, I couldn't build into the archway, which is what I originally wanted to do. A little swing around the side, got some generators on towers there. I wanted them on top of the arch, but it just didn't look right, so change plan there. A little look around the other side. Plenty of power, gives it a nice uniform sort of matching look, having one on each side. I quite like the overall impression of this place. Quite a cool way to enter the camp as well. Unfortunately, I always load in behind it, but, you know, what can you do? Still looking to maybe turning the camp unit around when I put it down. So I tried a number of different approaches to build the entranceway and this sort of ramp in, but the best way ultimately just turned out to be the two ramps. You can sort of clip stairs in and clip them through foundations, but it just ended up being a little too flat and with too many big drops on it, so this just worked out better. It's quite the imposing approach to the camp though, which is cool. Bit of defences out front, not to stand up fire on anything that should attack. So far, the only visit I've actually had here was a random settler who wandered on by him. My turrets apparently took objection to that and murdered him, which is a bit unfortunate. But so far, it seems a reasonably safe location. Not a vast amount of space, really, in this build when it's actually finished. So we've got our player vending spread out around the camp, but it's a small build, so works reasonably fine. You find them easy enough. Only uses probably less than half the budget, actually, this, which is quite cool. Nice and easy to do. Little power armor stand. A little nose inside the CD shack. This place was a bit awkward to get it to sit nice and closely to the stairs, but there's a little bit of a gap, which is not ideal, but works reasonably well. You can certainly travel in and out easily enough, so that's the main thing. All our workbenches in there, tucked away. Nice and tidy. Getting a cooking station in was one of the hardest things I had to do on this. Finding somewhere that didn't look silly or look like it was going to basically set the whole place on fire, which is why I went for the barbecue there. Really cool animation on that now, I like it a lot. With the sparks and the little grilling animation when you use it. I did think about putting in actual structure for a living space, but it just didn't look right with the rest of the build, so tent on the platform went reasonably well. Just a nice sort of sheltered area for bed and storage and stuff. Tucked around the back. A tiny little farm, just enough to keep us fed and watered. And I haven't yet picked up the farmable tiles on this character. I keep meaning to, but I need to work my way through Wastelanders yet. Done it twice already, need a little break from it. But the Settler pack, well, the Settlers and Raiders packs both contain a farmable object. In the Settlers case, it's that truck bed there, which I decided to use at the top here. It's a mine cart for the Raider side, but I don't know if that's still available. Should imagine it's probably not by now, but it was available on Bethesda a while back. A couple of gas station signs out front just to kind of close up the front edge. We had the exposed front surface of those two foundations, that's the word I'm looking for, either side of the entrance there that just didn't look very finished, so putting the little signs on the front there, they sink down quite nicely, so they're quite good for things like that. Give it a nice sort of finished look to the place. Also looks like it's supporting that guard post a little bit, which is cool. Put a little bit of lighting around for the evening. Got the nice splash of colour from the icicles hanging over the CD shack there. Got some oil lamps there, or lamp posts there, just to give it a nice warming look in the evening. Definitely want some more better options available for that. As unfortunately we're a little limited at the moment. Player vending is switched off just at the moment, so I don't get any poorly timed visitors. There we go. You see, I've got some of the stairs here, just snap through various bits and pieces. Ramps here, and there's more at the top. Simplest way of doing that, well, the only way, the way that works, is to take the lower foundation or the ramp or whatever it may be off, snap the stairs onto the upper one, and then just snap the foundation back through it. It works just fine. It's a little awkward with putting railings on the side. If we've got stairs in place already, it doesn't seem to like putting them on the lower sections, so something to bear in mind. Plugged up a few gaps with concrete there. So I like that little splash of colour on the CD shack from the icicles. Too much neon would have been a bit much. Could maybe have squeezed a bit more in here without it being too much, but let's give it a nice little atmosphere in the evening. All the essentials in here for your crafting. All the benches fit quite nicely in here. Obviously I haven't got the either the new ammo converter or the brewing stations in there, but everything else you fit in reasonably well. Probably fit one or two more bits in there, but it's been a bit of a tight squeeze. These two staircases that are clipped through each other work the same way as I said before, but it only works with the concrete ones, the stone ones. If you only use the wooden ones, they won't snap through each other. But the stone stairs will, so you have to get the foundations in, just snap them straight into place, nice and easy. And the lower foundation obviously had to go in afterwards. Always forget something when I'm doing this. Meant to put some magazines on that magazine rack, but there we are. You get the idea anyway. A little dim from the back, so anybody dropping down the cliffside there from the Savage Divide shouldn't catch the eye of it too quickly, shouldn't spot it until they're right on top of the camp. Ah, well, it was all about that arch really that I saw. I really wanted to incorporate that into kind of being the centrepiece of the camp, and I'm quite happy with how it's come out, particularly with that front look there. It makes an imposing look to the camp. Quite happy with it, all in all. So, a little bit different, short and sweet today, but I do hope you enjoyed this little tour nonetheless. Social media links, as always, down in the description if you want to catch up with me over on Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. Do try and join us for one of the live streams as well. We're having fun working our way through the season pass and other things like that on Fallout 76, and just about to finish off Deus Ex Human Revolution as well, with some more cool stuff coming up afterwards. And if you're really enjoying the content, would like to support the channel a little more, then please consider checking out either the merch store or becoming a channel member. Support is humongously appreciated. For now, I'll say thank you very much for watching. I look forward to speaking to you all very, very soon.